What's up, YouTube? Okay, so the title of this video is probably like, um, I finally understand what derealization is, and I think I do to some degree. And I had a conversation with my sister about this today when I was driving her to her friend's house, and she said like, "Hey, I don't really feel real. Like I'm kind of disassociating." And I've been thinking a lot about derealization, um, I'll, just here and there. I mean, like I think about a lot. I mean, every day I have different thoughts, but derealization is one of those things that tends to re-enter my mind whenever I'm in a new situation. Okay. And so, uh, I'll just get straight to the point. But I feel like when people say I disassociated or I'm experiencing derealization, what they're really experiencing is their subconscious mind taking over. And so it's really a loss of consciousness, or it's a whatever you are, like yourself, or your 10% consciousness, the person speaking, the person like thinking of answers, right? Whatever you are, it's almost like you are watching your subconscious act, right? So when people say, "Oh, it feels like I'm watching just life go on." Yeah, you are. Your subconscious is working for you. And that sounds kind of weird, but the best way I can put it is that whenever I would have a baseball game or whatever, I would sometimes even when I go to the gym, or like if I finish like a heavy set of squats, obviously I'm winded from the heavy set of squats. But what I find, what will kind of happen is that there's like this calm moment where I'm like not thinking about anything, and that scares me. That scares me because I'm so used to being conscious and having the internal monologue working 24/7. And so another example of this is that when I did my video shoots recently for my film, right? I would enter the studio and I couldn't think. And I was like, whoa, I am so subconscious right now. Like I couldn't even think about the shots. I literally just was so prepared that it was all subconscious for me. If I knew what had to be done for a shot, it would just appear in my mind, just me standing there. I wouldn't have to internally monologue it, I guess you could say. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't be like, all right, this shot's good, this shot's good. It's subconscious. And so now looking back on what I guess derealization is for me, it's it's the reason I've said it before, and I made a TikTok about it like 3 years ago now. Holy shit! But I said like derealization is literally a superpower. Right? It got like a million. It got like 1.3 million views on TikTok, and I ended up deleting the video because it was so annoying getting like comments and just likes all the time. And I know that sounds pretentious, but it's true. Like I just hated the constant notifications on, especially um on TikTok, because it was just like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like Instagram, what I post on Instagram is a little more genuine, but on TikTok it was just like for fun, just fucking put it on there, and it just doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Anyways, I do think it's a superpower because I mean now it makes even more sense now that I'm kind of like understanding that it's the subconscious, but you are able to, I feel like, analyze a lot more. Like because you have this contrast, right? It's like you can step out of it's like you can step out of consciousness, but then you can like re-enter, and when you re-enter, you're at like this higher state. And um whenever I would experience these very very disassociative times, right? I would have like the deepest thoughts, right? Like just thinking about everything. Like what is this physical that I am seeing in front of me? This physical reality. Why is this person talking like that? Why are we even doing this? You know? And so when I think that I would always get derealization in new experiences, Like the first day of high school, that was a huge one. I was so, not even the first day, the first week of high school, I was so disassociative. And I think it's because we're so used to being in like a conscious state, especially in, this modern reality where we're able to think all the time. We have time to think. But when it comes down to like survival, or like when you have like a clear objective, right? You're no longer able just to be relaxed. And so here's another thing too. I think when you are disassociative, life feels longer in retrospect. Like that time that I had all those thoughts, it was only like 4 weeks. Not even, maybe even like 3 weeks. But it felt like eternity. It felt like I'd been in that forever. Like looking back, like when I was in it and looking back. And so I think it's this kind of idea, like go fast to slow down. When you go fast, you're subconscious. You're not like thinking, you're not really relaxing. And so you're able just to flourish in the moment. And maybe you're not really taking everything in, but your subconscious mind is a lot more stronger than your conscious mind is. Your subconscious will remember things that you're not thinking about right now. You don't even really, there's not even anything entering my mind other than the last like 24 hours. The subconscious is like the bank. It's like the library, right? And so when you're in that subconscious mind, when it's not a battle between your conscious and your subconscious, and you just accept that, my subconscious mind is kind of ruling right now, that is okay. And sometimes those are the moments that will stick with you forever. Like all the times I've disassociated, I know exactly where I was, how I felt, and the smells and the 15 minutes of that situation. Like I remember there was one day I went into work, and I remember what happened before work, and I remember what happened when I got to work. And anyways, it was like Christmas break, and me and my friends went out for overpriced sushi. I paid $40, and I ate like 12 pieces of sushi because, number one, I was like super depressed because I was thinking about death at the time, and then number two, I it was I had work, so I had to leave early, or leave dinner or lunch early. It was like a dinner lunch, I don't know. But that was, and then I remember getting to work. It was like a snowstorm that day. I got to work, and I remember like clocking in, and I just was like, what the fuck is going on? Because I just couldn't, like, I wanted to be so present. I wanted my conscious mind to be there, but it wasn't. My subconscious was like walking for me, and my conscious mind was like sitting back and just like watching me say, hey, how's it going? Good, how are you? But even though I didn't want to say that, my subconscious mind was just doing it. And so I don't know, this thought just came to me, and I'm feeling confident right now. I feel like I look pretty decent. So I was like, oh, I might as well make a video. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think about that take of derealization is just your subconscious mind. And again, let me state that I think the reason why it's so scary at first is because we don't experience that type of like fight or flight mindset in modernity, so it's like this, like, what the hell, uh what is this feeling? And yeah, you get it around, you disassociate around girls, you disassociate around like in scary areas, right, at parties, just in new environments. And so I think it's pretty interesting. Okay, but yeah, peace.